welcome to the Chronicle Podcast News, your source for up-to-the-minute news about and for the Harvard-Westlake community.
Coming up, the conflict continues between Ukraine and Russia.
Plus, Noah Tishby speaks to the Harvard-Westlake community, and HW Game Jam is set to take place later this week.
These stories, plus sports, coming up on the Chronicle Podcast News for Monday, February 28, 2022. Thousands of Ukrainians are currently seeking refuge in Poland amid the country's ongoing conflict with Russia. The U.S. and its Western allies have imposed sanctions on President Putin, targeting banks, oil refineries, and military exports. Harvard-Westlake history teacher Lilas Lane believes these sanctions must be real, serious, and used as aid given to Ukrainians, who are being dragged into this unnecessary conflict. She also says that Putin, threatened by Ukraine's democratically sovereign government, is not protecting Russians and their security by carrying on with this action. Students say these sanctions, although essential, are not enough to make Russia stop or slow down its invasion in any way, and they are truly heartbroken watching the situation play out. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky encouraged its civilians to continue taking up arms against the Russian forces.
Last Friday, guest speaker Noah Tishby discussed the Israel-Palestine crisis. The assembly had a focal point around the spread of misinformation, which has severely hurt Israelis and Jewish people around the world. Tishby has advice for students trying to distinguish between factual and faulty information.
So we need to really practice critical thinking in a much more powerful way. So it's not so much just about Israel. Like, this needs to be thought through and addressed with literally every other topic in the world.
The ongoing Ukraine and Russia conflict has raised many concerns over the safety of Jewish people around the world. President Putin has recently addressed these attacks as trying to denazify Ukraine, despite Ukrainian President Zelensky being Jewish. Tishby shares her thoughts.
I don't know how it's going to affect Jewish people around the world, but I'm assuming that it will, because for some reason, every time there's a spike in violence around the world, the people find the Jews.
This weekend, March 5th and 6th, students gather at the Upper School Library to participate in the Game Jam. The Game Jam is a 2-day event where students work together to design and program games, as well as learn about the game design industry and play each other's games. According to the Game Jam organizer, Eric Yoon, everyone should come to the event, even without any programming experience.
Actually, we're looking for people with all types of different experience. Coding, of course, but also musicians, artists, designers, writers.
Yoon's favorite part of attending the Game Jam last year was meeting other people who have similar interests.
I really like meeting new people who have the same interests as me, because I'm into game design myself.
This year, the Game Jam will be an in-person overnight event from March 5th through 6th at the Upper School Mudd Library. For more information, contact Eric Yoon at eyoon2@hwemail.com.
The dodgeball tournament final is this Wednesday, March 2nd at lunch. Then next Tuesday, March 8th, be sure to check out the activities fair, taking place on the quad from 11 to 11:55. This week in HW Home Sports, varsity softball plays San Dimas on Monday and Moore Park on Tuesday on Field 6 at Encino Franklin Fields. Boys baseball plays Notre Dame on Wednesday at O'Malley Family Field, starting at 3. Wednesday also brings the opening round of the CIF State Regional Basketball as the boys battle St. Joseph at 6 p.m. If you can't make it to the game, be sure to catch it on HWTV. Beach volleyball has its inaugural season and opening day on Thursday at their home court on Will Rogers State Beach. And lacrosse matches sticks with Mira Costa at Ted Slavin Field this Friday at 4. Thanks for listening to the Chronicle Podcast News. We will continue to release a newscast every week on either Monday or Tuesday. For Chronicle Podcast News, I'm Zach Berg.
And I'm Audrey Yang.